Hey, we're going to talk about worms today. Yeah, homestead wildlife. Earthworms or vermiculture. They're considered wildlife and they're very beneficial for the farm. Stay tuned. I'll be right back and we'll talk about worms. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I wanted to bring you guys into the greenhouse because this is where the center of action is taking place right now. And this is my worm bin or vermiculture. What I did was when I first I purchased Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, it was a mess and there was debris everywhere. And part of the debris was in a bathtub. So I just tucked it off into the corner. And it wasn't until after we got the greenhouse built, I decided I'm going to take and make me some vermiculture to create some vermicompost for my garden because this will really benefit the garden. I took the tub, I built a rack for it, I set it up, and I love the level in which it's sitting right here. It gives me a nice workbench. Found this old screen, put it on there. It makes a nice work surface, and especially when I'm planting plants, all the debris falls right through the screen down into uh, the container, the bathtub part. I do have a separator in between so I can fill up one side and empty another side. And it's a screen, so as the other side fills up, the worms can navigate over to the other side. Now, these earthworms are also not only great for fishing, they're also great for, worm castings. It's their feces, their poop. You feed them table scraps, vegetables, and fruits. You feed that to them. They can break that down and create micronutrients that plants can take up. Now, one thing I add to these are sand, small granules of sand in my vermiculture, my compost, because a worm is like a chicken. A chicken has to eat pellets to get down in the craw, and it helps grind up bulky food so they can get the nutrients out of it better. Well, worms are the same way. They take little granules of sand and they break up the food particles, and then they exit out the waste in the form of micronutrients, and that's important because when you consider a plant and its roots go down into the soil, and the plant takes up nutrients that have been broken down into fine particles in which it takes up through its roots, and the plant itself converts a lot of energy and a lot of products, but the plant needs these to be able to do it. And the worms are, and the other mycobacteria and the other bugs in the soil are what breaks it down into the small enough granules or small enough particles in which a plant can take up. So it's essential. So that's why worms can break it down and help break it down. And in addition to the vermiculture, there's other bacteria and microorganisms which do break down the substance and create a really good nutrient for plants. That's why a vermiculture or vermicompost is like gold. Let's talk about another gold that worms make. Yeah, they make worm tea or compost tea, um, or worm cast tea. What it is and how you make it, you just take worm castings, the worm poo, the soil which they left behind. And you put it in like a nylon stocking or some kind of a small mesh cloth. Take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with unchlorinated water. If you have chlorinated water, just let it sit out 24 hours and it will dechlorinate just by itself, setting out. Then after that's done, set your worm castings in that sock inside of that pail of water and let it steep and do its magic overnight. And when you come out the next afternoon, you can take that and put it into a little spray bottle and spray your plants, which they will love you for that. And the benefits are excellent. You'll have such a great harvest. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about vermiculture and why I have worms in my greenhouse to benefit the garden. I mean, look at the greenhouse. These plants that I sowed from seed, they're doing wonderful in here. Not ready to put them out yet. I'll do a gardening video, my spring garden video later. I'm getting the garden beds ready. We're having a storm move in right now, so that's seasonal. That's what we get. So be aware of that. I got incubators incubating chicks and turkeys, ducks outside laying on nests, so she's going to hatch those. I got ducklings up in the turkey house, you know. It's spring. Well, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, just sharing my homestead livestock with you guys. Yes, worms. They're considered livestock because they're live and you stock them. Yeah. Stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon. That'll alert you to new videos as I upload them. Give us the thumbs up. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Also, be sure to check out my other 2 channels that I do. I want to keep promoting them, get some traffic over there. My neighbor across the street, he's got some exotic critters. He does the movie industry. In fact, his rhinoceros that he has is the only working rhino in the industry. If you guys see a rhino in the movies and it's not Spike, chances are it's CGI. Spike's done several features and commercials. And he's got Susie and Baba, the elephant, and there's other critters over there. So check us out over there. You can find out more about what we do and about the animals themselves. It's kind of interesting, kind of cool. And I also get artsy-fartsy and started another show called Jerry Hansen Studio. Yep, you can catch me over there where I demonstrate my art and crafts. I do woodworking, and I got some awards for my art and my wood. And yeah, check them out. Be safe. Always be kind. I'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now. I gotta water these. The basil salad smells so good.